Now, Wes, since you're here, shall we focus on something that you posted in repository? As I have no particular preference beyond that. Let's see what you put, and I'll just see if I can find it. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's have a look, chat. So, do you remember in 2020, there was a man, the myth, the legend. He just wanted a banana, but sadly, he was cruelly thwarted by a brutal police establishment who refused to allow him to purchase a banana with a perfectly legitimate $24 bill. Don't know if it actually was, but the man, the myth, the legend, of course, was named George Floyd. And we have here today, possibly, funnily enough, in an election year, possibly a similar story. Shall we have a look and see if this is the next George Floyd? Kenneth, the title of the tab is different from the title of the article. Texas man yelled, "I can't breathe," before being killed in police custody, body cam video shows. Good of them to release the body cam video, but the question then is, okay, what video are they withholding which proves nothing? No, there was no mistake, or only minor mistake. As in the George Floyd case, a month later, the police body cam footage was released, and it, in the opinion of myself and pretty much everyone I know who I asked about it, basically exonerated Chauvin. Not 100%, but almost. Yes, Wes.
You are almost correct.
Leaked.
It was never released. It was leaked.
I was being general, but yes, it was leaked.
Yeah. It was, but the thing is, that's a very important distinction.
Yeah, indeed.
They had no intention of releasing that shit. They had every intention of letting the country burn.
Yeah. So I will actually play the video first before we go into the article, and we'll see what we think raw. So warning graphic content. I need handcuffs. Some more. You're not getting uncuffed, man. Okay. At a hospital.
Let's put a single pair on it.
Right, now he doesn't look 100% sober, does he, chat? Can you give me, just nibble at the little one key on your keyboard there if you think he might not be 100, perhaps 1,000, perhaps 1,000,000% entirely in his own head right now? If he may be just a teensy bit off his nuts on something, who knows what, something. I don't know.
That is racist.
You're right. I retract my tickle of the one key.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
He's taking the cuffs off, man.
I want water.
Quit. Sit down.
I need water.
Taking the cuffs off. That police brutality. Disgusting. Come on, guys. They brought him in because he was suffering from overdose. It's already so obvious. Just like George Floyd. Although, to be fair, that one wasn't obvious as early, but it became obvious later. Duchess is asking me to quit tickling her keyboard.
You just got some.
It isn't enough.
Gay.
God's sake.
Don't do it. Stop. Let go of my hand. Let go
of her hand.
And if you gotta relax a little bit, we can't do anything until you
Fun fact.
Look
at what's near her hand.
Gun?
Yeah. Gun, ammunition, mace, belt in general. Yeah. Please let go of my hand.
Yeah.
Much like Rey Skywalker. She doesn't want any man to hold her hand. It's canon, Uzalu. It's canon.
Fired out of a cannon into the sun, more like.
Stop.
Justin, you go.
Kenneth, stop.
flip him over.
Yeah, and that's at this point that the OD completes its cycle and he is dead now. But yeah.
I mean, what's the narrative here, guys? Did they poke his arm a bit too roughly? Were the handcuffs a bit too tight and he just died? It's a fentanyl overdose. And do you think the police drugged him? They were trying to help him. More than half the people in this room are doctors. Or something similar, medical personnel anyway.
Huh?
Numbers in chat says it's medical malpractice. Sue in a civil court then, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think so, somehow. I don't think that's what this is.
Or, hear me out. You can burn down half the country.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, you could do that instead. Yeah, why not?
Guys?
It is an election year after all.
Guys, burn down half the country, yes? Could do it.
Yeah.
Chat, press 1 if you want to burn down half the country. Because a black man had an overdose in hospital in front of some police officers.
If the police officers had just let him die on the street, this could not be used against them. So it's again like on top of everything else. Every time, honesty and decency are punished, and violence and dereliction of sense and civil dignity are rewarded.
Yeah. No, this was like, so to be fair, there were 2 that they pulled while you were indisposed. This one was the most blatant one. This one got more traction.
Right.
Because the other one had high definition body cam footage of the guy opening fire on the police.
Yeah, hard to
inside of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still tried. I mean, to this day, there are people that believe that Rittenhouse shot and hunted down and killed black people. So
yeah. Rather than shooting violent criminals, one of them a pedophile in self-defense whilst running for his life, all of which were white. Yeah, a little bit of a different story once you actually hear the facts of the case. Or, I don't know, see the video that we have from like 6 different angles. Oh, who am I to judge? What I won't judge is not knowing what the cause of death here actually was, because a fentanyl overdose is something I'm familiar with, obviously at a distance, because of George Floyd, because I learned what that was. And initially, I agreed it looked really bad, because it did. The initial footage looked pretty bad. But I later learned what a fentanyl overdose is and what it does, and oh god, that lines up perfectly. It makes no sense for it to be anything else. So yeah, it turns out, yes, that's what it was. And so now I know what it looks like, and yeah, this is clearly something very similar, probably also fentanyl. But I wouldn't blame someone for not knowing it's fentanyl. What I would blame someone for thinking is, oh, it must be police brutality. No other explanation could possibly make sense. Must have been police brutality. They must just be withholding the part off the camera where they beat him savagely over the head with a large stick. How did he die? Guys, come on. Was he sober when he came in? Did he look compos mentis at the beginning of this clip? What? Nothing in here makes sense but for it to have been an overdose.
Oh, man. Hold on. You are obviously exactly right. That's why it didn't go anywhere. I found the most biased article concerning the other attempted George Floyding. George, the Floydening.
Yes.
And this is the Black Information Network.
Oh, good. I'll just throw that one in the bin.
We're going right in the... Oh, you son of a bitch. I was about to make that joke.
Oh, sorry. It's the problem with being such good friends, whereas we finish each other's...
This is the Black Information Network. Video. Police shoot at black man 96 times and kill him over a seatbelt violation.
Well, you know what? Seatbelts are important, and if you don't wear one, you could die. So if you don't wear one, you should be shot and killed.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. Like, you look up this case, and it is Dexter Reed shot, Dexter Reed shot by officers for seatbelt violation. Video, police shoot at black man 96 times, kill him over seatbelt. 4 police officers fire at Dexter Reed 96 times in 41 seconds. You know, like it's this over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
They tried so hard to push the narrative.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead. Let's skim over the article and then watch the video that they provided on this incredibly biased article.
Here it is.
Right there.
They
Yes.
provided it. Of course they did. Did they expect people just not to watch it? Or I guess they expect people to be so primed by their bullshit opening that they see what they want to see. They just fill in the blanks. Oh, don't need your commentary, but we do need the raw data.
Yes. It's right there.
Yep. Acorn.
Window up.
It's a similar looking street though, actually.
Roll the window up. Do not roll the window up.
So
Lock the
pause it real
doors
fast.
now.
Sure.
Pause it real fast. Okay. So they're asking, do not roll. Like, obviously, this is right in the middle of the conflict. But those are blackout windows. Okay.
Right.
Which are technically illegal. But
Okay.
you could. I'm not going to argue that right now. The point is, they don't want him to roll the window up because they know something about this guy. They
Right.
did not stop him for a seatbelt violation. They stopped him because his car is registered to Dexter Reed. And Dexter Reed is a felon. Dexter Reed is a multiple violator of felons owning firearms thing. So they're like, oh, we should check to see if this guy has guns.
Fair chance
Now-
it's armed and dangerous. Yeah.
Should they be able to do that? That is a debatable thing for another time.
Yeah.
The point is, the reason why they did this is because they wanted to make sure he wasn't habitually doing the thing that he has always done. So that is what causes this to happen. Go ahead.
Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Open the door now. Open the door now. Open the door now.
I'm going to go ahead and try and make a summary here where it's just a sort of like assessment of what I've seen so far based on your claims about him being potentially a felon earlier and, you know, the risk of him maybe having a firearm. I'm going to go ahead and make a wild guess here and, you know, strong takes only on this show.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I think he did.
Yeah. Considering those gunshots came from inside the car.
Now, on the other hand, he didn't fit anyone, so maybe he's no danger at all.
No, he did not. But he's also sitting down and he's doing it from, you know. Yeah.
This is the footage they provided on the very article Wes linked, the biased one.
Yes.
As Wes says, like, this clearly shows who opened fire first.
Yes.
Now, I suppose you could argue that if they had no justification to stop him, then it's a sort of a tough argument to make, but you could argue that the person in the car unfairly aggressed, quoting the Fourth Amendment perhaps, opened fire to get rid of the tyrants. Like, that's still a difficult argument, but there's some legs there potentially. So maybe that's what they would have gone for, but I don't think they went that angle because they don't really. These kinds of people don't really like sort of liberty or rights when accurately applied, do they? So I'm guessing they didn't go that angle. But that's the only one you could possibly make work for this.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they didn't stop him for no good reason. They stopped him for what is, many would agree, actually a decent reason, because felons aren't allowed to own guns.
Also, I posted another video that it's a URL at the current time thing.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at a bit more of this footage first, but then we'll.
Yeah. That's Dexter Reed's mother.
Yeah.
With a literal, he didn't do nothing.
I was going to say, yeah. Is by any chance did he not do anything? Yes. Superfly has linked to like raw footage. Thank you for doing that. Maybe we'll look at that in a minute. But I'll watch a bit more of this first. From where it is.
I wanted to. The reason why I shared this one was because like this is the as biased as you can get article with this video footage.
Yeah, they could have taken excerpts and made it look like the police started it, but maybe that's a bit too dishonest, or they just couldn't find a source that had done that already.
Also, I'm going to share some pictures. I'm just going to DM them to you, but yeah, please keep going.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And that is just the beat.
I don't blame her, but like reacting to shots being fired by just
I mean,
I would.
This is just,
but I'm not a trained police officer. You know,
further evidence that women should not be police officers.
I mean, there is that,
like,
bruh, a bad idea. She changed cover from a perfectly good tree to a thin metal fence. It's like slightly closer, but offers no protection. I don't know. Again, it's hard to judge the moment-to-moment decisions. I was defending the guy who got hit in the stomach with something weird after he'd heard the perp had a silenced weapon. Turns out it was an acorn, but I defended him a little bit for his reaction there.
I'm hit! Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I remember that guy. No, that's what he was saying. He was screaming he was hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's it's an acorn. But like that's just a perfect example of like I do not disagree when people say we need to abolish the police. That's what I say. Like we need to do a ground up restructuring of how policing is done in the United States. Like it just needs to happen. I'm not saying that the police need to go away forever. Obviously, we need law enforcement, but bro, you get on the wrong side of cops once, you'll figure that shit out. But yeah, I is this the this is the mama.
Shall we should we continue?
Oh yeah,
do you want to set this up? Okay.
This is obviously they're speaking out after the release, after the body cam footage came out, and
just seen it.
Oh god, bro, it is every bit. And I also shared with you some photos that the press have been sharing quite a lot of poor innocent Dexter Reed, and then the photo that they should have shared. So
I think I saw some of the photos. Let's watch his mother with her impassioned plea about how her son may not have committed any actions.
He, in fact,
Nicole Banks, mother of Dexter Reed. So make sure you stay with her portion.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I just miss my son. I'm hurt.
Where's your husband? You know, the boy's father. Where is he? Is he here?
Oh my God!
Somewhere in the audience, somewhere in the crowd.
This is incredibly racist. I can't be part of this.
You're right. I was racist.
Double chin of hers.
I miss my son so bad. When I was getting my hair did, I was like, I can't believe my baby gone. I can't believe my baby gone.
If you want to support my grief, here's a link to my fundraiser. Well, the family of George Floyd raised so much, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Themselves. Quite a few of the other ones did, too.
I'm sick. I feel like I've been shot. My insides is
I bet the police officers almost did. The ones that he was shooting at.
burning up. Why they did that to my son? They didn't have to do him like that. I love my son. He's a good kid. He played basketball. He always had something to do every day.
How many of the things he always had to do every day were things that perhaps were not entirely above board?
It is crazy how stereotypical this is.
It is.
Oh boy.
Whoa. Hold on a second. You're telling me a young black male played basketball regularly? Holy shit. Stop the presses.
And he fixed me food. He was showing me how to cook his stuff. And he told me, Mama, you eat something and stuff like that. When I didn't feel good, he say exercise. He bought a Peloton bike for me to exercise.
Incredible. He bought you a relatively expensive item. Now I wonder, forgive me for prying, I wonder, how did he afford that item? What was his employment? Oh, he wasn't employed. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder, perhaps he had, perhaps he came into some money. Perhaps your late husband left him a large inheritance. Oh, you don't know the boy's father. Okay, well, that can't be it then. I don't know. Any other ideas? Shit, she is actually talking about a bike, isn't she? Like, maybe a static one, but still. Is that what that equipment is? I don't know what Peloton is. Is that really? He actually stole a bike for his mother.
Hold on a second, Uzalu. Hold on. Hold on a second, Uzalu.
Holding.
Please have this going on in the background, if you don't mind. Not too loud, just loud enough.
I would like to apologize to Motch in advance.
Oh no. Just in the background. Just in the back. It's just something.
All right.
Nigga stole my bike. Nigga stole my bike. Nigga stole my
And he
bike.
was a good kid. And why they did him like that, I just don't understand. What is wrong with the police is why they doing all these kids, pulling them over with for no reason. All these kids, illegal stuff, they don't do nothing all the time. They just be outside trying to find their way. He had just bought his new car 3 days before that.
Wow. He purchased a motor vehicle.
Oh.
Goodness me, I wonder how he was able to afford such a thing. Let's have a look. Sadly, his police record does not list his occupation. I wonder if it has admitted it or simply listed it accurately by not listing it. I do wonder.
He was just riding around in his car. He said, Mom, boy, ride. And they killed him. They killed him.
That is so fake. I love it.
I would love to be able to give a golf clap right now. Sadly, I've broken my wrist. But if I hadn't, I would be golf clapping right now because goodness me, the performance.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
He was just going for a drive in his car. As young boys do.
With a gun a loaded gun in his lap. That's, as a felon.
As a felon.
Now, should felons not be allowed to have guns? Maybe, maybe not. That is a discussion we can have.
Yeah. But in fact, he was not allowed to, and he did. So I do wonder, did he expect this? Did he mind the possibility? Or was he in fact prepared to kill police officers who stopped him for breaking the law?
Yeah.
Good Lord, it accused him. Oh, my baby. Government came and stole my baby.
Like, Christ, woman.
That 1 minute of acting will be the most profitable 1 minute of her entire life, so she had better make it good, is what she had been told.
And of course, she's wearing thick sunglasses, so we can't see her eyes, and a wig, so we could barely tell any of her face.
No, he just went out for a ride on his car. They didn't do nothing. Oh, the government came and took my baby away.
Oh my God.
It is very stereotypical.
And meanwhile, in my head, it's just I stole my bike in a loop. It's just that.
That is incredible though. Like I hadn't clocked it immediately, but she's literally talking about exercise equipment, which is a bicycle. Like people in chat were posting it. This is a picture of it. That is a bicycle.
Yes.
Like either he stole to acquire it, or more likely, he literally stole a bike for his mum, and that is her reason for defending him that he didn't do nothing.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's crazy how alive meme magic is right now.
Yes. It is absolute pottery, and I'm frankly gratified to be alive whilst this pottery is being spun.
So for the last part about this, go ahead and show some of the pictures that the press have been using.
So
to when they talk about poor, innocent young Dexter Reed being ruthlessly shot for just going for a ride. So in his new car.
Young scholar Dexter Reed. Seen here being a scholar.
Yes. Scholarly.
Absolutely scholarly.
Yes, absolutely.
Young scholar, handyman, man about town, and general playful kid, raconteur, a bit of a rapscallion around the town.
Yes.
Seen here.
Bit of
one might even say a bit of a
no, not that. Sorry, Motch.
A bit of a
rogue.
No.
Randy.
Cast your mind back to our last stream, Wes, in the distant mists of like 4 days ago.
A bit of a rascal.
It's like pottery at chimes.
Yeah.
And he is officiating a boxing match. It is local
basketball. I'm sure it was a basketball.
He is said to play basketball, and frankly, I wouldn't have believed it had the mother not, or had I not rather had I not seen this picture, because it's not common for young Black American men to play basketball. So there you go. So that's go on.
Young negritudinally inclined youths who like basketball. That this is something that is rather rare. But we see him. It's okay.
It happened once. It's like an Asian who can do maths. Happened once.
Yeah.
And those are the pictures that, as Wes says, the press have been showing, in which he is just a normal kid, not at that moment actually doing anything wrong. So the mother's story sounds plausible. He didn't steal the bike. He didn't steal the car. He didn't do nothing wrong. He was a scholar, a basketball player, and a young raconteur around town.
How can a young little rascal like this, such a fresh-faced little Drake here, and not the singer, the adjective, how could you look at that young man and think he could do anything wrong ever?
True. Well, see, the problem is these pictures in which he has this fresh face. Sadly, the face has sort of changed over time, as has the additional information we have. Here is his criminal record. Charges: aggravated, I assume, assault with loaded. It's difficult to read the thing, but
basically assaulting someone
with a gun. Yeah. And as you can see, he does not quite look like the same kid.
Yeah. You would think that they would, when talking to someone who had been arrested multiple times before, has been arrested multiple. You think they use the mugshot, but for some reason they're using these little kid photos. It's weird. I wonder if we've ever seen this before. Man.
I mean, even if we've seen one example like this, it's not like there's going to be any more than one. I mean, it's not like we're going to have seen this, 30 times over the last 4 years alone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like almost the
No,
exact same story. And going back further than that, of course, but especially the last 4 years.
Yeah, I can't remember a time.
Actually, I guess it was
Okay,
more
there we go.
common
I can't remember
like,
a time
during Trump's so.
when they've done this.
Yeah, someone posted the same picture as you were trying to.
Yeah.
Is that
Weird.
is that young whippersnapper rascal Trayvon?
Yes, it is.
Who was
Yes,
randomly
it is.
assaulted while walking home by an
That
evil
was
white man.
That was the photo that they kept pushing.
Mm.
And you know, not this one where he's much older and he's got tattoos and you know, looking exactly like Obama's son.
Mm.
You know, definitely not that.
Well, yeah, Obama's son, but you know, not Michelle's son, probably. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard with two men to have a baby.
Exactly, it's one of the two most likely, but not both.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, who knows who the provider was in that case? If I remember correctly, the story of him was he started it. The guy wasn't even white that he attacked; he was Hispanic. Zimmerman.
Well, yeah.
If I remember that because of Star Trek.
Zimmerman. Yeah, no, Zimmerman. He was following the kid because he looked suspicious. And then the kid turned around and started beating the shit out of him and started smashing his head on the concrete curb, saying, "You're going to die tonight, cracker. You're going to die tonight." And then Zimmerman, who was armed with which by the way, carry chambered, kids. Make sure you carry chambered. Was able to get his gun out and shoot him several times point blank range from an upward trajectory. So make sure you carry chambered. Like, I understand if you got an older piece and the safety isn't as reliable, don't carry with that piece, but carry chambered. And Uzalu, do you know what I mean by carry chambered?
Yeah. Like you pull the trigger, it fires, rather than you have to like pull back the slide to cock the next bullet in. Yeah, I know roughly how guns work.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. And also, that was, you know, in case anyone else. But still,
yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
that makes sense.
Like you do like not carrying chambered is one of the biggest mistakes that can cost you your life. Like, oof.
At that point,
it's
if you know it won't fire, I guess maybe just point it and see if they believe it will. That's the best shot. I guess. True, but too bad nothing.
Man,
but yeah, you'd still rather have the option. Yeah, if it's going to save your life.
I don't want to literally risk my life on that.
Indeed.
Not that I carry any firearms. I don't own any firearms. I don't own any guns.
Of course.
So I don't carry at all.
Sorry to hear about those boating accidents, by the way, Wes. Yeah, exactly. So there's that story, Chad. It's kind of dealt with two stories, in fact. It goes without saying, we've already basically said it, but the Democrats / establishment would love another George Floyd this year.
Oh, yeah.
They'd love like 10 of them in a row. And they got them in 2020. And I'm not sure exactly why they aren't getting them now. Or perhaps we're just starting. Perhaps they can just sort of unleash them whenever they want to. But
I think a large part of it is community notes.
Probably helping.
Community notes are allowing people to go, hey, wait a minute, this is actually bullshit. In real time. So
such a small thing can make such a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Elon. Pretty much nothing else you could do could offset how beneficial that has been, to be honest.